It's not Groundhog Day. I am making a smoothie, is what I do every day. So here goes. One smoothie. Smoothie is done. Ready to work. Wow. Wow. That puts a zing in your step. It's always best to test your equipment before you start shooting your vlog. Make sure everything's set to the right settings and all that kind of thing. Because it saves you a load of time. For example, I filmed this sequence just a moment ago, and then when I looked and played it back, it was in time lapse. I'd forgotten to take the camera off a time lapse. I was doing some night shots last night, or something. We was doing some time lapse about something, I can't remember. And I'd left it on time lapse mode. Now I could have sat here and done the whole vlog, which takes hours, and then realised later that it was in time lapse and not usable. So always test your settings before you start. Do a little 5-second shot to make sure that you've got your camera set up correctly. That's the basic thing. Now today, strangely enough, is Einstein's birthday. Today's vlog is about time. Not time management, but just time in general and how it runs away. This is a behind the scenes kind of film about the 4K camera shoot that we did yesterday, and we took the new vlogging camera, this one that you can see right here, because it's got an excellent zoom. We wanted to take it out and see what it was like to work with in the field, literally in the field. We've just come up with a cunning plan. We've decided to go in search of something really, really interesting because it's got a great story. Luke and I are out, we're on a bit of a mission, and the weird thing about it is the mission that we're on has actually sparked off an actually what I think is a more important issue, and even more important mission. So we're on 2 missions now. This has turned into quite a day. The objective for today was to go to the Bluebell Woods and see some bluebells. Just looking for the bluebells, I started thinking about the daffodils, and then I started thinking about the narcissus. Then we started to see that there were daffodils everywhere, so we just started filming daffodils and just went with it with a 4K. We went out for a drive looking for a bluebell wood, but we're a bit early for bluebells, and so we found loads of daffodils, and we found those churches with the pointy spires. We also found this zoo. I spoke to the owner and he said we can come back and film, and they've got little marmoset monkeys and all that kind of stuff, so we're going to come back and have a look at it. But yeah, it's quite an interesting place, middle of nowhere, but interesting. I've already got a 4K camera, but it doesn't come with any software, so I'm going to try the GoPro software. It's a free download apparently, and see if that works, because I need to edit this 4K footage and Windows Movie Maker just doesn't do it, and HitFilm seems to make huge files, so I'm going to take GoPro software and see if that works. Why not? Give it a go. Okay, it's downloaded, let's see if it works. This was Luke's idea, by the way. Here he is, he's working away. He's doing a proposal for a business. Okay, so the GoPro software was a bit of a washout. It didn't actually work because it didn't sort of accept the format. So Luke said change the format.
Yeah.
Change the format. And then in the process of changing the format, we discovered that Windows will save 4K as well. You just have to tell it what the parameters are. So you can actually edit 4K videos in Windows Movie Maker, which is like astonishing. So we didn't need the GoPro thing at all. But there's always a but, isn't there, Luke?
Yeah.
Luke said, yeah, but the GoPro will have more fancy features on it and all that kind of thing that might be nice to try out. So we're going to try it. We're exporting now a video in 4K from Windows Movie Maker, and we're going to see what enhancements you can get from the GoPro software. Otherwise I'll just dump the GoPro software altogether and just carry on with Windows Movie Maker. End of. Well, it's exported a 4K video. Having converted it in Windows Movie Maker, which I could then just export straight out and then upload, we've put it into GoPro to see what we can do with it in there. And it's actually playing now, which is nice. We've come up with a cunning plan. Okay, so after wasting a considerable amount of time, we learnt that the GoPro doesn't like formats other than the one it's supposed to have, and so we're going to go with Windows Movie Maker. It exports 4K, so why not? So what have we learned on Einstein's birthday? Time is precious. Microsoft need to upgrade Windows Movie Maker so it can handle 4K and above, and time's never wasted if you're spending it with people who you love and you're having a laugh. And we had a right laugh doing this. It took hours and hours and hours, but it was great fun. The 4K Daffodil video is successfully uploaded, and you'll be able to see that tomorrow or the next day or wherever it works in the world. Time is relative, as they say.